Welcome to the Hot Zone on LRTN radio and television station. My name is Samuel Gabriel, and we are live on the Lincoln Foundation Stadium. Today, Liberia will be going against United States in Unity Cup final. So before we go live to the games, we would like to talk to our more powerful society people into the community of Philadelphia and Delaware. So I'll be going to them to interview, and you're going to hear from them soon. Yo, everything that... We have two of our most important people into our midst. Pastor Daniel Linder, president of the Racing Hope of Change in Delaware County, and Miss Miranda Alexandra, founder of the president of Caribbean Community in Philadelphia. Today, they will be talking to us about the league and the process of the COVID. Before we start the process, Mr. Daniel,
yes, sir.
Welcome to the field. We noticed that we've been having a lot of finals into the Unity Cup. I don't think this is your first time coming here, right?
Thank you so much. It's always good to be here. I am a soccer fan, strong soccer fan, and coming originally from Liberia, we have the background of soccer. In fact, our current president is a FIFA world best Ballon d'Or, and so. And again, today being here is a total privilege, playing Liberia versus United States, but also using this occasion to also talk about the current activities that we are doing. That gives me honor and joy, along with my partner that we are on this project, Miss Alexander, who also really have been doing tremendous job on this project together with us, providing services to our community and covering the Philadelphia and the Delaware County to ensure that we have our people to understand that we still need to be careful in terms of the COVID. We still need to be aware of what is happening around. Taking care of our surrounding with all of these diseases that are coming around. But we are happy to be here.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel. We're happy to be on the LRTV Hot Zone. We're happy to see you, and we got more questions to come to you. Come to Miss Miranda. How you doing? How you feeling today?
I'm good. I am also happy that we get to actually do the Unity Cup again. It's called the Philadelphia International Unity Cup. It's the Mayor's Cup. And so everyone, all 48 countries are vying for this cup, this trophy, but only two. It has come down to two persons, which is Liberia and the United States of America. We're here in the capacity as Philadelphia Caribbean community in Philadelphia as a vendor, where we have our tables upstairs with arts and craft, and we have our table with giveaways and stuff and prizes to really encourage soccer. As an immigrant-based organization, we want to encourage our young people to go into soccer, and also we have the 2026 World Cup being hosted here, as Philadelphia is a host city of that international game that we all like as immigrants. So yes, I'm happy to be here. I do miss the Parade of Nations, the real banner and everything. It used to be a joyous cultural time, but hopefully we can make this thing greater Yes, so I am very happy to be here, and also too in the capacity of sharing what we have been doing with COVID-19, because it's because of clinics and so on that we've been able to do. That's the reason why we're able to control COVID now and be back in this stadium here. This is the first time we've been at the link, so we're usually in Chester County. So yes, I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, Miss. Back to this soccer field. We still going to interview Mr. Daniel, but back to the field. We got Liberia coming on this soccer pitch, showing the red flag, showing the red and blue jersey on. We will join to that game very soon. Back to the interview to Mr. Linda. Mr. Linda, let me ask you this question. Please tell about the organization.
So basically, I am the president of Rising Hope for Change. Our basic goal, mission, and objective is to be able to give hope to those who have lost hope, to restore hope unto them, and to also be able to provide support to them in the way that we can keep our community moving, bringing equality to the community, and also reaching out to the low income, hard to reach individuals, people that have been devastated with so many things. So we restore hope to them. That's why we are called Rising Hope for Change. Part of that is also to ensure that we provide education, we provide community services, we provide humanitarian services without boundaries. So this is beyond faith. This is reaching out to every individual that needs services.
Got you. So how can people join or get in contact to the organization or get to you to be part of the organization?
Well, you can visit us at www.rhfc.info. And then you will be able to, get in touch with us and to see what. But we are located at 6101 Grace Avenue, and in Delaware County, we are at 3 Chester Pike, Derby. So we welcome you at any time. You can always reach out to us and get in touch with us for anything, collaboration and community activities.
Thank you, Mr. Linda. Back to Mistress Alexandra. So let me ask you the question. This question I just asked Mr. Linda. Please tell us about the organization.
So the name of my organization is Caribbean Community in Philadelphia, and what we do is our mission is to positively reframe the narrative about and for Caribbean people, because as immigrant people, when you come to this country called the United States of America, there's a certain image about you that people think about you. So what we try to do is reframe that narrative of what you think about us in 8 different ways. So we deal with health, we deal with education, we also do seniors, immigration, we do natural disaster and climate change, we do business, we do arts and culture, and stuff like this with sports. We do sports also too. So we help to change the narrative in so many different ways. You just have to think positive about us when you see us as immigrants and as an immigrant community. So yes, we service all over Philadelphia. Our office is downtown, 1315 Walnut Street on downtown, but we serve west, southwest, north, northeast. We go all around. We not only service our Caribbean people, but we also service other people. We always are very much into other people's culture, bringing them in, investing in the community, investing in the city of Philadelphia.
Got you. So how can people join the organization?
So yes, they can reach us at www.caribbeancommunityinphiladelphia.com or us or reach out to us on our Facebook page. We have a page as well as a group which is most current, and you can check out what we've been doing around the city. So we're here today in the capacity, as I said, doing a lot of work with giveaways and so on with kids, with youth. I'm really just talking about sports, just talking about soccer, just getting people enthusiastic about the 2026 whole city here in Philadelphia. We do work with the Office of Immigrant Affairs. We work with city agencies, and so we're here in the capacity to encourage the Liberians to win, actually, because we know our African people. I'm actually having this shirt on here because I had partnered with one person before Palm Solution, and I think he. And so we had a thing going before the Unity Cup actually happened, and so these are all the Caribbean countries, but it's called the African Caribbean Cup of Nations for Peace. So that's what we did before the Unity Cup came about. We had all these things going on. So yes, I had a partner in doing this, and yes, so that's why we're here.
Thank you, Mrs. Linda. Welcome to the RNTN High Zoom program. We are live on the Lincoln Financial Stadium. Now Liberia will be going against USA in the final. Back to Mr. Linda. Mr. Linda, so in the community you have served the people. How you feel serving the people? And what the type of challenges you have been coming to in the process of serving the people?
Well, I am a public servant, and serving the people is one of the joys that I really have. As a pastor, that makes me a public servant to serving people. Having a non-profit that I am heading as well, like Rising Up for Change, gives me the opportunity not only to be on the pulpit, but also to go down the community, reaching those that I cannot reach on the pulpit. And so as a result of that, I find it a joy to always really serve the people. And being a servant to the people, like I said, it helps me to provide direct services that otherwise I could not have done. Take, for example, if I was just sitting in the church, always in the pulpit. But coming down to the community level helps me to see also what other people go through outside of faith. And so that helps us to really live together as a community, because we are called to serve people, because everyone needs help. Nobody is infallible. We all at one point will need help. And so when you need help, you need someone to be around you. And so in critical time, in moments such as what we face nowadays, it's always good that we have institutions like what we currently do to be able to reach out to people. And so it's always a pleasure to serve people. Talking about the challenges, currently having a small non-profit organization like this comes with its own challenge. First of all, volunteering to community services is a huge thing. It's a big sacrifice. Not everyone can do this kind of thing, especially when you do those kind of sacrifices without really like getting compensated for those in the kind of environment we find ourselves in. When you have bills to pay, you have that. But yet, because of the passion you have to serve, you still go to serve without looking at all of those things. So, but those challenges stay around. And another thing is that sometimes it's difficult to really get the things that you need to really meet the goal, the target that you have placed or you have already planned, such as, for example, we talk about getting direct tools to reach the people, direct material that people need so that you can effectively serve them. Getting the direct, someone who, there are other people that really want to serve, but they can't get out there. But they are looking for people who are out there to really help them to get to the people. We have access to the community, in the immigrant community, for example. We have access to the people. We have access to our community, how to reach out to them. And so the challenge is, how can we get there? And this is why we are there, to making sure that we ensure we let people know we have access to the community. We can get there. Once the opportunity is provided, we can get there.
Do you accept any donation to the organization?
Oh, absolutely. We are a non-profit institution. We do accept donations. And anyone who is interested in doing so can, again, visit us at Rising Hope for Change or rhfc.info. And then you can get back to us, and we will gladly welcome you, your support to our organization.
Thank you, Mr. Linda. Back to Ms. Alexandra. So, how is the challenge going to? So, what's the process of you serving the people, and what are the type of challenges you're going through in the process of serving the people in your community?
Process. There's a lot of processes. Even this grant that we have, the name of this grant is called the COVID-19 Vaccine Outreach Grant, and it's coming from the state. So it's the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development. Very long name, but we're not getting much from this thing at all. Really, we are not getting anything. But I have gotten other grants in which to serve. So we have gotten grants from like Philly Seal, Penn Nursing, as well as the Philanthropy Network Greater Philadelphia. So I've been able to conduct a lot of clinics during the time of COVID. Over a dozen clinics we've been able to do throughout the city of Philadelphia. And we've been able to vaccinate a lot of people. And we've been able to do a lot of concerning how people view COVID-19, because immigrants, we view the vaccination a little bit different. You know, many of our people, we escaped COVID, and we didn't think about the people who died. There's a lot of people who had losses. Like one of the things that I'm dealing with right now is having to address long COVID. Long COVID is very, very real. There are people suffering, people who I've heard even want to take their life, because it's like, I did not set out to really have COVID, and I got COVID, and it never stopped. So one of the things that, you know, is the grace of God that really helped some of our immigrant community. You know, we take all our little health stuff, we took all our little, I even took my own little thing when I travel too, and I will do my concoction, you know, that will help the immune system, to boost the immune system, but it did not solve the real problem. But COVID is very, very real, and it affected and it killed many of our people. The grace of God has helped, especially with our children, because when we see the amount of children that have not passed away or have not gotten COVID severely, what we see is that the grace of God has covered a lot of our children, a lot of our community members. But sadly, a lot of people from the medical field, they got a lot of challenges. People quit their jobs, people changed jobs, people had burned out, medical burned out. So some of the challenges that we face is that we got a lot of social services. So my arts and culture, which I started with in 2013, turned out to be more of a social services for the last 2 years. I found myself being a case worker, you know, a case manager, driving people, going to the grocery, going grocery shopping, and doing all sorts of tasks like a social worker. And I wanted to change back our narrative, not just to be in social services, but especially mental health. We dealt with a lot of mental health, because as immigrants, what some of the challenges we have is that we have immigrant laws that we have not addressed. We have war-torn countries that are happening. People come with their mental health issues, and then when you get stuck in America, when you get stuck in a home, when you get stuck without services, when you can't call and access people who are critical healthcare services, we had to help people navigate that. So throughout this time, what we did is that we partnered with Newlands Health, and we worked and we got our people help. We partnered with the city, and we got people their city ID, because it's key to getting into the healthcare system. And it's so important really to, it's just the state of mind that people were in. We had one person, and it was from your country too, she literally had to go back home because her state of mental health was such in a bad place. The loneliness that some people encountered, the isolation, it affected people. So that's the challenges we incurred, because it affected our people, and we had to actually address it. We could not just sit by and watch the public health system affect our people like that. So giving you COVID-19 freely on one hand is one thing, and you know, our people are not accepting it. The fact is that they were not getting treated rightly. And so they were like, I don't want your free COVID. Right now we even have free, what do you call the thing, the kits. to help people, because people are like, wait a minute, I don't want all those things. I want free medical service that is actually going to address my real medical problems, and people feeling this disdain. So we feel the impact of how people feel.
So what's the advice you guys would give to people who have no idea or refusing to take the vaccine?
Who have the...
What the advice you get to give out to people who refuse to take the vaccine?
So I have 4 shots in me. I got boosted many times over, and when I had to travel, I got the last booster. My thing is that we cannot change people's mind, but long COVID is very real, and you just have to thank God that He spared your life. But I would advise people still to take the shot. Really take the shot as much as you can. It's available, it's accessible, because we don't know what's coming. We had monkeypox, then Ebola is coming back. It's coming back in the scene. And so you don't know what is coming again, because we have not had a pandemic like this since 1920. And the fact that the whole pandemic happened, 100 years later, many other things are coming. And so I think you should actually take the shot as much as you can. It's still available. We can still have clinics, and that's why we're here with Rising Hope for Change, with Pastor Daniel, with Caribbean Community in Philadelphia. We want to go between Chester, Upper Darby, and all those places, and all over Philadelphia, and conduct more vaccination program for our people.
Thank you, Ms. Brenda Alexandra. Hope you have a great time watching the game, and we will see you another time.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel Linda. That was a pleasure having you on the LRT and Hot Zone, and hope you have a final, beautiful time to watch the game.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you and really having us on your platform. And we also want to extend our thanks and appreciation to the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Affairs for really supporting this event to kind of reach into our people. We want to thank you for really creating the avenue for reaching to our community. And so we want to really say to everyone out there that, if you have not still gotten your boosters, try and do so. If you have not gotten your COVID, try and do so. We can make all our community safe, and we encourage everyone to really partake in, this keeping our community safe, because that's the best way. When we are healthy, we will be able to do what we can do. And so that is very important. I want to thank Ms. Alexandra for really being part of this, project to really helping with a lot of things, and so it's a nice collaboration. Thank you for all that you are doing as well. So again, we're looking forward to what the future will tell, and good luck to the game. Cheers to Liberia, and I know we're going to be United States. We're going to be United States here. 3-0. Thank you so much.
Wait a minute. Oh, yes, we do want Liberia to win. Yes. Let's keep on a winning streak. Let's keep it going.
Thank you, Ms. Linda.
Yes.
Thank you.
Back to the Hot Zone LRN TV.